Dun 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 dun. Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production we're doing on February the 12th, 2025. That's right. Wherever you're tuning in from. Whether it's the 51st state, Canada's over there down south in the United States, as per usual, further down south, Mexico, South America, over there in Eastern Europe, Western Europe, all of Europe, Africa, the Asias, the Stans, the Papua New Guineas, Australias, the Norwegians, the Swedes, the Portuguese, over there in Senegal, over there in Cairo, all around the world, you get it, down beneath the bedrock, in a cave, underwater, overwater, hovering, you're wet, you're dry, it doesn't matter. You're here anyway. Check out the patreon.com/RobSadries. Check it out on the YouTube. Subscribe over there. And then to follow me on Instagram if you like as well. Do that if you like. Ladies, excuse me. Oh, a little bit of dry throat. Almost, the perils of podcasting. Dry throats. Moisten up your vocal cords with a cup of coffee. Black no-name coffee. Brought to you by whatever brand that would like to bring it to you. Ladies and gents, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're all doing well. Lots of exciting events went down. Let's get right into it. It's just going to be a fun old just mix-a-roo. It's just going to be a trail mix of adventures. Because then that's what you're here for. If it's your first time, if you're just tuning in, you're like, what is this? What is this not? Ask not what this is. Ask what this is not. And quit it with the questions. Just check it out. Have a little bit of fun with your interrogation tactics and shining the light in my eyes and depriving me of fluids. I'm not gonna say a word, or I'll say all the words because we're gonna be here for a little while. It doesn't matter. It's Wednesday and it's February the 12th, ladies and gents. Exciting events that went down. Let's just get right into it. Let's just have a little bit of fun. See where we go. I'll say this. Biggest event that went down this weekend was the Super Bowl. I'm imagining most of you tuned in and watched the Super Bowl, or you may have been in attendance in persona, and that was beautiful. I was busy myself. I didn't catch it. I was busy because yes, you're like, how could you miss out on the Super Bowl? It's very testosterone oriented and male oriented, and you are the epitome. You are saying that to me. You're saying I'm the epitome of testosterone and oozing all sorts of, a little bit of estrogen in there as well, but mostly testosterone. Fucking lactating so that others could walk. What? That's right, lactating so that, juices from my nips are put into little vials, and then people take those vials and they take needles and inject themselves with it because I ooze testosterone, and that's what they're saying. You're like, why would you miss out the Super Bowl, Mr. Testosterone? And I'll tell you what, because I was busy doing something more testosterone oriented. That's right. A lot of people think that football is like the pinnacle of testosterone and like manliness. I don't think so. It is up there, top 5, probably top 10 for sure. But I was busy doing more male oriented sports. And if you like adventure and a lot of adrenaline and a lot of not knowing where it's gonna go, I'll tell you what, you pick up an alligator or a crocodile and you just replace the old pigskin, the old football with the alligator or crocodile, and that's how you play alligator ball. It's crazy, that's right. And adolescent, not a baby alligator, because they're too tiny. It doesn't do anything. There's no danger in it, and I'm not interested if there's no danger. Not a full-grown alligator or croc either, because that's too big for you to throw around. But a good, healthy, a teenage alligator or crocodile. That's what I played. I was sorry. I was too busy doing manly activities. Sorry if you're not manly enough, if you're not testosterone oriented enough to play a little bit of gator ball, dude. So that's what I did. Yeah, you get a gator that's just kind of like, and it's got a little bit of AIDS. That's right. Gator AIDS ball. That's where Gatorade was invented from. That's exactly where Gatorade came around. We took it first. So that's what I did. Do you get scratched? Yes, absolutely. There's the gator. You throw the gator to warm up. By the way, I should tell you, we throw around babies. We throw around babies to warm up. For the pregame is throw around babies. We chuck toddlers Just because if you can't catch a toddler, you can't catch a ball, and for damn sure you can't catch a gator. But that's right there, manly shit, dog. Fucking right there, fucking just whatever. So you wouldn't understand with your low T and shit. But that's what I did. Just throw around the old gator, and that's what it is. You get scratches, you get bites, people die. That's what it is. We touch down, but we also touch up. You feel me? You get in the end zone, you touch down, put a little spin on that thing, and then get touched up. You know, some people come in there like with a towel and just like wipe your sweat beads off your forehead. You get touchdowns and you get touched up, son. You get touched up. A little bit of nick here, a little bit of nick there, a little bit of scratch, a little bit of bleeding. We don't even consider the game start. The game hasn't even started until somebody starts profusely just bleeding from like the jugular. That's the gator got him. That's right. That's how the game's played. Men's only. Women can play too, of course, but like in a different league, not in the same league, because this shit will fuck you up. Nonetheless, I was busy, so I'm glad you guys tuned in. It was a great show. It was a great game, as I suspected. Big football guy right here. Know everything about football, I think. As I suspected, it turned out two teams played, and as I predicted, one of them was gonna win, and guess what? One of the teams did win. Who was it? It was the Eagles, or the Eagles versus the Chefs. That's right, the Chefs versus the Eagles. And we all knew what was gonna happen. Two teams, 50% chance of either one winning, and one of them definitely losing. Over 4 quarters, I think. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. I know quarters are in 4s. I don't know if that game goes in quarters. Maybe it goes in halves. Or maybe I'm just fucking testing you, what you know about that. Point is, gets gator ball, dude. So if you're like, oh, I wonder how I can turn my kids to be a little bit tougher, gator ball is the way to go. Get a gator and just infuse with a little bit of AIDS and syphilis. Oh, start tossing that bad boy around. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You'll lose. You'll lose if you drop that shit. The halftime show was pretty cool. I checked that out on the YouTubes after I did my own game of gator ball. That's right. And the biggest takeaway from the two takeaways from the halftime show was a great show. It was a great. I love the halftime shows. Traditionally, they fucking MJ Prince, greats. Everybody comes out, does it. It's nice. This time is Kendrick, repping Compton and West Coast, and like also like nationwide, coast to coast. America doing it. Right there. So that was beautiful. Major events from the Super Bowl. The takeaway for me was the crowd went nuts. President Trump was in attendance, which was pretty cool. I believe it was the first time that the president was attending a Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to say it. It feels right. I'm going to say it. The first time president has sat down for a football game. I'm going to say it. The Super Bowl. Pretty sure they've sat down for football games, but the Super Bowl, I'm going to say it. And it's legit. Fact check it. But also, like, quit it with the fact checking. This is for shits and giggles. So yeah, he was in attendance. Crowd went nuts. Crazy. Celebrities were in the crowd. Taylor Swift. The crowd chanted boobs to Taylor Swift. Boobs. Boobs. Taylor Swift. Boobs. They kept saying boobs. I don't know what the message is there, but I bet the crowd wants titties, Taylor. Show them titties. Show them tangs. Show them pups. That's what and we'll see if the pop star sweetheart princess will show the fans what they want, which is boobs. Boobs. Taylor Swift. They want to see it. I can't control the crowds. I don't know what to say. They were boobing. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see if time will tell. And it makes sense. Right now it makes sense because like Taylor's in her prime right now. You don't want if she's like 123, you don't want the crowd chanting boobs, boobs. Like right now is prime tit time. It's very, after that, a few more years. It's just what it's gravity, man. What are you gonna do? So the crowd wants it. We're ripe for boobs right now. So I feel you. Boobs, Taylor Swift, boobs. They kept saying it. Didn't work this time, but we'll see. Other things, I'll say this. Kendrick, great performance, rocking bell bottoms. And that has it's pretty logical if you think about it. He's got wide ankles, which is a disease a lot of people don't like to talk about, but it affects not just African American males, but also like everybody else too. Wide ankles, it's fucking horrendous. It's horrible. He's so young and talented. Uh, I'm pretty sure he's gonna overcome it. I myself had a little stint in high school while I dabbled, and I got a case of the wide ankles. What are you gonna do? Bell bottoms, motherfuckers. What are you gonna do? Bell bottoms. No one can see. They're like, oh, it must be the pants. It's wide ankles. It's extremely wide ankles. It's when your ankles just fucking reverse places with your thighs, and that's what happens. It is a mystery. We don't know why it happens. Does it impact African Americans more? I don't know. I think, it was a thing in the 70s. It definitely did. People started having really wide ankles in the 70s. You saw it, and they hit it with bell bottoms. And it was a great way to, get people moving and also bumping and grinding and having sex. Because a lot of times you're used to regular sized ankles, but then you see a fella, or you see a lady with wide ankles, and it's just like, what is this? You don't know what to do with it. At first it's a turn off, then you get used to it, then you can't live without it. And you're like, you know what, just give me the jorts and show me the raw wide ankles. So yeah, I hope Kendrick recovers. I'm pretty sure he will. It's just the swelling. I think it's just the swelling. Does it differ for everybody? Of course, sometimes it impacts people for 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes you might be stuck with it. I don't know. Have there been cases of people just, getting the wide ankles and not being able to kind of like alleviate themselves of the inflammation? Yes, of course, that could happen too. But he's got resources. He's doing good things. He's doing good things. Hang in there, champ. And yeah, don't fucking discriminate against a fella or a lady if you see wide ankles, dude. It can affect you too. 1 in 75 people suffer from wide ankles on a daily basis all around the world, and it doesn't discriminate in terms of sex, gender, or even race or ethnicity. So you could be walking around today, oh, I'm just a lucky fella, just a lady living her best life. Next thing you know, wide ankles, life ruined, fired from your job, your loved ones leave you and abandon you, you're shunned from society, pushed to go live in the woods by yourself in the wilderness. What are you gonna do? Can't get around that fast. You got wide ankles. Careful of the bears, motherfuckers. Careful of the bears. But it's okay. We'll get through this together. It's fine. I'm sure Kendrick will recover. It was a great event. I got, again, busy right here, didn't get a chance to go, but that's all right, ladies and gents. That is completely all right. Researchers have come around and said that women's pH, my sources have said that women's pH levels are off, and this is, or maybe off, question mark. Are women's pH levels off, question mark? Are they? I'm asking you. I don't know, they might be, but it's sad. It's a little bit disheartening because we're used to a certain level of pH, and it's just like, what are we gonna do now? How are we gonna stop this? How are we gonna get in front of it and do something about it? First of all, do we even know that their pH levels are off? And I said to myself, hey, everybody else, I know you got families, you got lives out there, you're busy doing important things, but there's certain times where society or history or just fucking, or time and space calls out for certain individuals to step up and do certain things. And I said to myself, I'm gonna go out there and lick as much pussy as I can. Independently, of course, not backed by anyone or any organization. Independent pussy licking as much as I can. Of course, I'm only one man. But I said, I'll be brave. I'll brave the storm. I'll go out there independently and I'll lick as much pussy as I possibly can. And I'll collect the data so that we can verify, are there ladies that are having, levels of pH that are a little bit off-putting or maybe on-putting. We'll figure it out. But first and foremost, I'm just letting you know, rest assured, I want the public to relax. Do not panic. Do not panic. I repeat, do not panic. Low key, a little bit of panic. It's good to have a little bit of anxiety. It means that, you know what, you care. You care, God damn it. And it's okay, but don't freak out. It'll be fine. I'm gonna go out there and one by one, I'm gonna brave the storm and lick as much clit and pussy. I will have to stick my tongue in as much pussy as possible. Just taste testing, just sampling, and going back and referencing. And I'm gonna make a chart and jot it down. You're like, don't do it. You're too young. Don't do it is what you're saying. I say, you know what? If not me, then who? If not now, when? And you know what? It's okay. I understand. There's other things on your minds that you got to take care of. You're busy out there, I get it. Chasing a career. Money, 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 I get it. Families, babies, paying for divorce lawyers, merging companies, whatever it is that you're doing. Building a company just to destroy it. Who knows? Whatever you're up to. Building a house. Tearing down an old house and then building a new house. So you don't have time, but I'll go there. I'll do the hard work. And I don't care how long it takes. This is the life I've signed up for. I don't care how long it's gonna take. I don't care how many pussies I'm gonna have to lick. And this does not bring me any joy or pleasure. But ladies, let me tell you that you got an ally. You got an ally, ladies. And the gentlemen too. In fact, this is something that impacts all of us, okay? Because the ladies' pH levels are off. We know the men's and the women's who dabble in the women's also are gonna be impacted. But I know you guys are busy. But sometimes, again, you know, life throws you one of those curveballs, and it's like, what do? You got a decision to make. Am I gonna shy away from a little bit of adversity? Am I gonna say that no, somebody else will take care of it? Somebody else will take care of it. No. How many times have we said somebody else will take care of it, and we all just become bystanders? And it's a damn shame. I'm not gonna stand here for it. So I'm gonna go out there, and again, I will lick as much puss and I will get as much vaginal juice all over my face. And you're like, don't, please stop, think of yourself. I don't care. It's not about me. This is not about me. This is bigger than all of us. This is about humanity. This is about us making a difference. This is about sacrifices and willing to go the distance. So I will say, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. And you're saying you're not. You're just chopping some onions. And I still tell you, don't cry for me. And that's a good excuse. I get it. Your boy gets you emotional. It's always time for you to start chopping some onions. But do not, for 1 second, cry for me. I will do this all by myself. And I'll get the results that we will find out what is causing these pH levels to be off. And ask if they're even off. And are they even, is the question even correct? We'll find out. Maybe they're not even off, but guess what? I'm still gonna lick as much puss as possible because we're gonna get to the bottom of this. God damn it, we will. And you're like, can I help? No, I don't need you to help. I said I will do it all by myself, all the puss. So you leave the puss alone for your boy. I don't want anybody losing their focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep going after your life. Just pretend everything is fine. Go about your lives as you normally do. And I will do the hard work here. But it's not even hard work when you're doing it for the loved ones, for the mi familias. So I'll be out there. Women's, at your service. Men's, you're welcome. Future generations, maybe make a painting or like a statue of me licking massive amounts of, just copious amounts of puss. On the bottom right, like this is down the line, way down the line, write something along the lines that he loved puss and he licked as much puss as he can, not just for himself, for the betterment of humanity. Say that. Say something along those lines. I don't care what you say, really, it doesn't matter. I'm not doing this for the, whatevs, but just make a plaque. Etch it in stone. I don't want it to erode underwater. Fucking water eroding our statues and our land. Doesn't matter, ladies and gents. Be strong. I know I will try my very best to be stronger. There are going to be times where I'm going to be feeling exhausted, tired, tempted to say no, I will step away from it all. We're all human. But no, ladies and gents. Once I make a promise, I stick to it, no matter what. Fucking during a business deal, whether in person or online, is often deemed as, not so bueno. Well, what's he doing? He's fucking during the deal. What's she doing? She's fucking during the deal. No. Oh no, he fucking during the deal. People lose their minds if you start fucking during the deal, either in person or via the Zooms, on the cameras, on the videos. Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? I say it's time. It's high time. to change that perception. As a matter of fact, I say this, moving forward, 2025, we're in February, we're midway through February, all right? Still in the, first half of the year, it's just begun, but I say we make the difference. We start fucking during business meetings. I say if you're about to close a deal, whether in person or on Zoom or on camera, start fucking right then and there. Nothing closes a deal like fucking during a deal. I'm telling you right now. Oh, just sign the dotted line. Bend her over right in front of you. Bend her over. Where are you gonna sign the papers if you don't have something to, put the papers down on and sign it? Where are you gonna sign the papers? On some old school desk? What is this, the medieval ages where we're using desks for signage? Think about it. We're right here in the future is present. It's right now. So next time you're in a meeting and you're like, oh, I wonder how I'm gonna close this deal. Ask your secretary to step in. Ask her to bend over and remove her skirt and whatnot. Right there, put the paper down. Start going in, doggy style, right there. Signage on her back. Finish the deal in style and in a power position as well. Ladies, you could do the same thing in reverses. I'm talking reverse cowboy. Are you a lady boss? Are you a big lady boss? Lady boss? You're a bitch boss? You're a big bitch boss, lady boss, bitch. Bitch boss, lady boss, bitch boss. You're a bitch boss, lady boss. You can do the same thing. All right? Next time you're in the office and the opposition has come to discuss business, what are you gonna do? Ask your male secretary to come in, bend him over, or rather just tell him to lay flat, sort of erect though. Tell him to take some, performance enhancing, because he needs to go and there's a lot of pressure. We can't have him not getting hard during the meeting where you need to make a point. God damn it, make sure that boy's hard. Get him hard and then squat down. Lift your skirt up, lady. Lift your skirt up and sit down and start writing. Start writing and signing and toss the paper as you squirt out and climax. Make the deal happen in style and let them know who's in charge. All right, no more shying away from making power statements. Are you on Zoom right now? Are you conducting a business meeting on the cameras via the internet? Guess what? It's not gonna stop you from fucking on the camera. So next time you're holding a meeting and everybody's, you got different, screens on your laptop or whatever, people are watching, and you got a camera zoomed in on you, grab a fellow or a lady, it doesn't matter, and start putting it in or taking it in. Spit on it, make sure you got enough lube and start writing. And that's how you merge. That's how you, or you tear down the contract and just rip it apart, rip up the contract, whip out a new contract that you've written up the night before, bring it forth as he comes inside you, or as you jizz all over her face, or as you squirt all over his face or his thighs. Doesn't matter where you're getting it. The point is, make it messy, but nonetheless make a statement, and that's how you close a deal. The opposition will not have any idea what hit them. That's a power move. That's how you take over. So stop saying, no, I'm not gonna take a chance. I don't wanna go out there and do the uncomfortable thing. Don't they always say that? Do the things that make you a little bit uncomfortable at least. Hey, step out of your comfort zone, goddammit. Start fucking during meetings and close more deals, all right? Ladies and gents, you're welcome. Answering the questions on the internet, which nobody really asked for, but also like deep down inside, low key, we all know they were asking. We all know what's up. So you're welcome. I'd like to propose some sort of a change to our condiment bottles, if I can, if I may I step in and propose a little change. How often have you just grabbed a bottle of ketchup or mayo or mustard or, whatever other condiments that you a little bit of relish, little bit of, whatever you got. I don't care what you put on your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your bowls of whatever you've made. It doesn't matter. How many times have you grabbed a bottle of condiment and squeezed to get a little bit of condiment on your food? And that was it. Just regular squeezing of the old condiment bottle. Just a little bit of liquid, a little bit of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You got it out. Great. Could that experience not be enhanced and made a little bit better? Are we not more deserving as a species for better experiences? Introducing acoustic condiment bottles. Next time you squeeze a condiment bottle of ketchup or mayo or mustard or whatever else you happen to squeeze on your food, let it not be done in vain and in silence. Let it not be like as if you've never even squeezed a bottle of condiment, because if you've squeezed a bottle of condiment on your food and nobody was able to hear it, did you really squeeze a bottle of condiment on your food, ladies and gentlemen? I rest my case, which is why I like to introduce, I'll begin my case right now. That was a little bit, I'm not resting my case. My case is just getting started. My case is rested over the weekend, and my case has just been stretching on the corner, smoking a cig, got a Brazilian vax on the groin region. Is it male, female, does it matter? My case is ready to go. Yeah, we wax, we don't fucking pluck, we don't tweeze, we don't shave, because with all of that comes with ingrown hair. But we're ready, our case is ready. I'm talking about acoustic condiment bottles. Every time you go and squeeze a little bit of ketchup or mayo or mustard on your food, let that acoustic bottle make some sort of a orgasmic sound built in with the highest of technologies. Isn't that what we're all waiting for? Isn't that what we're all asking for? Acoustic condiment bottles. What is this, a black and white movie where we got to read the subtitles? How do I know you're squeezing the ketchup bottle if there's no sound? Silence was filled all around in the arena of life. Oh, silence, deafening silence. No words, no sound. What is this? Do we need to be? What are we all colorblind and incapable of seeing color like an old movie and also not hearing any sound? Or are we living in color right now in 2025? Should our condiment bottles not be making a little bit of climactic noises, sexual gratification, letting us know that, hey, sometime during the day or the week or the month or the year, we're gonna get it on. Right there. All these beautiful noises that you're accustomed to and you lack in your life, get more of it through squeezing more condiment on your food. But let it not be done in silence and let not our efforts be for nothing. Let us stand together for something. Because if you don't stand for something, why are you even standing? If you've got legs and you're standing, then great, you're like bipedal. So let us be bipedal together. Let us be bipedal together and squeeze the condiment with noise and say, yes, yes we can, yes we should, and yes we will. Dun, 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 dun. Boobs, boobs, the crowd chanted, and Taylor just looked dazed and confused. Do I show them the boobs now, or do I show them the boobs later? Well, we all know what the crowd wants, Taylor, and that is boobs. You know I'm a big inventor. I like to make inventions, and I took a little bit of time, did a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of research, and I asked, where are we at right now in society and in the timeline, and where are we headed in the future? And apparently the future is autonomous vehicles, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, cars that drive themselves. That's not new news, but it's something that I'd like to alter a little bit. I said, you know what, fine, in the near future, in the next maybe 5, 10, 20 years, 50 years for sure, we're not gonna be driving, and that's fine. As much as I'd like to, that's fine. But I said we need to make a change and do a little bit of feng shui inside these cars that are going to be autonomous. Why have regular seats inside the vehicles? Why have a regular inside interior of the vehicle when the outside or the mechanics are different, or you're no longer in charge of driving it? That's why I decided to say, you know what? What are two things that people love more than anything, more than their families, more than their loved ones, more than the babies and their parents and their spouses, their wives, their sisters and brothers and stepsisters and brothers, and like second, a cousin twice removed on their mother. So what are the things that really matter to people? And I noticed it was cars above everything, and also the jacuzzi. The jacuzzi, people love it. It's something that people love, and it happens to be the number two top two things on people's priority list, and that's what it is. So I merged the two ideas, introducing to the world The jacuzzi, that's right, the car jacuzzi, or the jakar. I like jacuzzi better, to be honest with you. Car jacuzzi, car jacuzzi, jacuzzi. Jacuzzis, ladies and gentlemen. Next time you're driving around, think about this in the near future. Instead of buckling up, putting your seatbelts on because of safety and everything, there are not going to be any more crashes, all right? Go on, enjoy, get in as many crashes as you possibly can. Enjoy it. Just start hoarding car crashes, ladies and gentlemen, because it's out the window. It's done, okay? Get like 10 of them in right now, because in the near future, we're not going to have any. And you're going to look in the past and be like, man, remember the times we used to have car? It's going to be gone. So guess what? That's right now. Do that right now. Get as many as you can right now. In the future, there's going to be a jacuzzi inside your car where the water never goes anywhere. We'll figure a way out for you to get in. You're probably going to have to enter through the windows. Doors are going to be obsolete. Also say goodbye to doors, because you're going to have to climb in through the windows. Because if we open the doors, the water is going to be let out, and we can't let the water out. We never changed the water in our jacuzzi. That's right. We never changed it. And aren't those the best type of jacuzzi experiences? The ones where you never change the water? Exactly, the best. Where other people's skins have just been marinating in there for maybe 15, 30, an hour, who knows, but marinating nonetheless. Oh, all the old wrinkly people climbing in and leaving dermis, loads of dirt. That's how we like it. And then you get in at maybe like sometime 5, 6 in the evening after you finished work to get a little bit of jacuzzi in your life, and you soak up the water and all the extra dermis, and you see like a dead mole, just like, oh, splish splash sploosh. Splish splash sploosh, and then you hit the little button that makes the jet, like, you know, just fucking like, oh, start pumping water up your, you know, your anal region area, or your like genital area, your taints, definitely. And then you put it on your lower back, and you're like, well, that's on my lower back. How do I get this on my taint? So you got to lift yourself up. You know what I'm talking about? Jets and jacuzzis, all of that goodness, no longer reserved for the swimming pool or the rec center experience. You're gonna have it in your car. Well, you're not gonna get a car, you're gonna get a jacuzzi. That's right. Car jacuzzis, ladies and gents. And you'll climb in and out of those windows. You might get a little, you might bang your head a little bit, so be careful on your way, because we're not gonna take responsibility or for any CTE, for any sort of concussion, for any sort of loss of memory or dementia, just because you've been hitting your head, just because you can't coordinate, new technology. I don't wanna deal with this. Wanna be stuck in the past, like a Neanderthal? Or you want to get with the times? No touch. Like, it won't have any buttons. It's all voice activated. Open up the car window, the jacuzzi window, and then the windows will roll down. Not a single drop of water will leave that. And you're like, will it at least be cleansed and recycled? Maybe. We don't want to give all the technology all at once. Look at Apple. Every once in a while, we'll come up with something that'll kind of like change it, but not really. Because we got to make money too. And I know it's a great fucking idea, but we got to make money too, god damn it. We got to make money too. So the jacuzzi is going to be great. And you're like, what about the once in a while if we were to get into a crash? Because sometimes you have systems that get, you know, malfunction and, you know, malware and spyware, whatever the fuck. Sometimes they could go and sometimes they could just back in. You're in water. You're fine. Nothing's going to happen to you. You don't need a seatbelt. And you're in water. Nothing happens to people in water. That's facts. Look it up. All right? You wanted it. You got it. Will the water freeze in winter times and in places that are really cold, like here in the 51st state? They might. We might. But we'll keep it running. We'll keep it running all the time so that it doesn't freeze. So we thought about that aspect of it as well. And like, can we go topless in the jacuzzi? It's your jacuzzi. Absolutely, you can go topless. You can even go pantsless. We even encourage you to remove your pants, your underwear, and just get in there fucking nude, man. Because after all, when you're riding in a jacuzzi, isn't it all about family and barbecue and a good time? I think so. So say goodbye to your car. Get as many drives in as possible. Wrap that seatbelt around your neck as many times as you can. Because I'm telling you right now, in 5 to 10 years, no more seatbelts. Just splish, splash, sploosh. The wonderful memories to be made, having sex in the car, in a jacuzzi, in a car jacuzzi, that's right. You can't do that in right now. You could, I'm not telling you to do, but like also like it's pretty fun. But you'll definitely be able to do it in the near future. and you're welcome. You're welcome. Ladies and gents, spring is around the corner, summer is around the corner. You're wondering, how can I be a full-blown slut this summer? That's what I asked myself. I know that for sure. And when I ask myself something, I know others might be asking themselves the same or similar questions. How to be a full-blown slut? How to slut during the summer season? Let's go through a few pinpoints just so we refresh our memories and maybe up our game a little bit so we know how to slut during the summer. This is for males and females. No discrimination here. All sex genders. Doing classic sex gender things. Male, female, classic. Penis, vaginas, classic. Boobs, titties, ass cracks, all around. How to slut correctly. A slut never asks questions or asks the minimal amounts of questions, all right? A slut doesn't go around and ask, is this the right person for me? Wrong. That is the right person for you right now, right now. You're like, should I be thinking long term? No, absolutely not. I said we're gonna be slutting and we're gonna be slutting properly and we're gonna be slutting hard. Thinking long term is only gonna put a stop to your game. It's only gonna be a hindrance. Do you want a hindrance or do you wanna be moving fast and loose? Good, fast and loose it is then. So is this the right individual for me to get involved with for one or two or maybe a few evenings? It's definitely right, absolutely. So questions, keep it at a minimum, all right? How to slut properly. Wearing proper attire, okay? I want to see lots of cleavage. I myself am going to be showing lots and lots of cleavage coming up in the spring and in the summertime, and also ass, showing that ass, all right? And showing whatever else you got in the front, whether it's peen or vag. Show as much of it without showing no indecent public indecency or whatever, because I don't want you to get like, don't expose yourself, but low-key expose yourself. Not fully. Tight clothing items, all right? Some sort of latex or like leather. Leather is probably gonna be, that's right. And have it wrapped up around your crotchal area so that people, so it's like kind of like it's like a calling card. It's like people see it and they're like, wow, look at that bulge or look at that camel toe right there. And then leave it at place. Leave your camel toe or your bulge. Like when you're at places, leave it some let it lean is what I'm trying to say. Like if there's you walk into like a store to pick up some, food, or you're picking up your, monthly, dose of weed or whatever, your vitamins, whatever, you're going to the vitamin store because you go to the gym and you work out, you gotta get your vitamins. When you're waiting at the cash, you're at the cashier, at the cash register, and you're resting, don't just be standing there all stiff. Put your crotch, put your vagina, put your peen on the counter, let it rest, let others see it, all right? That's another way of you, just upping your game a little bit on how to be a proper slut. You get invited to go out, always say yes, even if you're like, is this a slutty event or a non-slutty event? Trick question, all events are slutty events for those of us that are slutty, little sluts, little skanks that we are. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun this spring and this summer, and it's all about you saying yes to more opportunities and also putting yourself out there. Are you picking up items with your hands left, right, and center because you do that? Because you're human and you use your hands to pick things up. Drop them more, drop items on the ground more often than you normally would, and then bend over to pick it up wherever you're at. In front of hot chicks, drop items. In front of hot dudes, drop items. And also change your definition of what is hot, because once again, what do we say? Numero uno, is this the right person for me? Every person is the right person for you. That's right. So drop items, take your time, bend over, no underwear. No, I don't want to see any underwear come spring, come summer. Underwear, it's gone. It's only for fall and maybe winter for sure, but fall, debatable, doesn't matter. Spring, summertime, no underwear, just ass crack city. You know what I'm talking about? Good, good. Where? Anywhere. You're walking you're in a trail and it's got wooded areas. Step into the wooded areas. Get your slut on right there. In a parking garage, slut it on. In a parking garage. Elevator, get it on. The water cooler, start dry humping the water cooler. Let people know what you're about. Get your slut game on this spring and this summer. I know I will be. Stepping inside an old school telephone booth to make an old school telephone phone call. Get in there with minimal clothing and start really taking your time dialing the numbers. And kind of like maybe hang one leg out the old telephone booth to let people know that this leg is sending out smoke signals saying that yes, I'm whatever, I'm ready. So these are just some ways that you could actually up your slut game and how to slut properly. Protection, I say it's your call. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. It's always good to be protected, but we all know it's better to not be protected. Let's be honest. So protection, kind of gauge it on the, kind of like, play by ear. See how it goes. You know what I mean? It's your call. I'll leave it up to you. I'm not telling you to, not use it because it's like good to use it. But again, historically speaking, it's better not to use it. So there we go. We just covered how to be a little bit more slutty this spring and summer. Again, just fucking helping, man. Just trying to do your, God damn it. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine. You don't need to. I love what I do. I love what I do. This is, I don't mean, you're like, but you've already done so much with the licking of the pussies with the pH. I don't care, dude. When it's fun, it's not even work. I could do this all day. I don't even need to. You know what I mean? I do it because I love it. Do it because I love it. A lot of times people get diarrhea, and a lot of times people will start running, making a dash for the nearest toilet or bathroom. What does that say? When I see people running because they got a case of diarrhea, running to the toilet, what does that tell me? This tells me that you're for some reason feeling ashamed. You for some reason are taking it upon yourself, putting that weight on your shoulders and trying to carry it all by yourself and saying, no, I don't want to be caught having diarrhea because I'm going to be embarrassed in front of whoever. I want you to be comfortable in your own skin. It's time to make a change. Next time you get diarrhea, have a cool diarrhea. Take your time. Don't let this bodily function dictate how your day goes, okay? Why do you need to make a fast dash to the bathroom just because you got a case of the sharts? Just because it's going to slip through your G-string or your panties or your boxer briefs and go down your pant leg and on the floor somewhere? Why is that your concern? Why should you be concerned about it? Why should you put all that responsibility, all that emotional baggage on yourself? Oh, I gotta clean up quickly. You're not alone, man. You're not alone, lady. You don't need to clean up quickly. You don't need to make a dash for the bathroom. You look like an idiot running to the bathroom. Take your time. Have a conversation at the office, dropping off some documents to your boss or your, or your coworkers, and then get a case of the diarrheas. A cool way of handling it is just owning it. Stand tall. Stand straight up tall with your chest out and kind of spread your legs a little bit. Take a wide stance, maybe like shoulder width wide. And let the diarrhea just slip down your pant legs and drip down your pants legs and all the way into your ankles. Fill up your shoes, get a little puddle going and start conversing. How's your day going, Bill? Great. I'm glad that we're definitely doing this deal that we're doing, whatever deal it is that you're doing. And Bill will be like, my goodness, look at Nancy here. She's so confident and cool and relaxed despite the fact that she's got a case of diarrhea. I really like Nancy, but I'm beginning to think I might just have a crush on her. I may be in love with Nancy. And he'll say that. Whereas before you would have tucked your tail between your legs, ran to the bathroom. Nobody asked me what I'm doing over here. Don't worry about it. Got a little bit. Put the shame away. No longer should you feel ashamed for getting a little bit of loose poop. in and around the vicinity, all right? Soak it in, relax, enjoy it, share it. It's an experience, a bodily experience that happens to all of us. And I don't want you to feel like you're the only one that has to go through it. It happens to all of us on a daily basis. So take your time. And once you're good and ready on your terms, okay? Whose body is this? Say it with me. Whose body is this? It's my body. I'm in charge. I'm not gonna let a little bit of, just leave a little bit of, intestinal issues to dictate how my days go or where I'm gonna pick up my pace or slow it down. I'll walk at a pace that I like whenever I like. So you're in charge of your body. Say, I'm in charge of my body. I'm in charge of my body. That's right. And you are. You are. It's too many times I've seen people making a dash where it's just like, I don't want to see you uncomfortable. My heart goes out. Do I just, pretend like I don't see it? Do I just stay silent and not say a damn thing? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. BBLs, we're all familiar with them, of course. Brazilian butt lifts. But I like to say that it's once again, time for another change, which is why I did a little bit of thinking on like, how do we change this look, make it a little bit more appealing? That's why I like to introduce to the public the BBDs, the Brazilian butt droops. That's right, ladies and gents, this summer, instead of going to the doctor and asking what every other chick is asking for, or asking it what every other dude's asking for, give me the BBL, the BBL. It's been done. We've been there, done that. Done, did it. We've done and did that. As for the BBDs, the Brazilian butt droops, make sure they droop your butt all the way down. That's the new look that we're going. That's the thing. You all think that it's going to be the same forever. People's change. Appetites change. Perspectives shift. What was once deemed as beautiful and sexy is no longer, the one time you'll see that women's were skinny, and then that was a thing, and then women's got chubby, and then that was a thing, and then thin waists, big hips came in, and then all you know the diversity, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, thin lips, fat lips, no lips. Shave your eyebrows. Women's did the Mona Lisa did that shit. People do, the perspectives change, so we need to change. It's time to change. All right? By the way, now that we're on Mona Lisa for a second, there has been an app that's been invented that allows you to actually speak with famous portraits like the Mona Lisa. You could ask her questions, ask her why she doesn't have any eyebrows, and she'll say that it was a case of she had to sit down for the painting. Obviously, ask her why she sat for so long. She'll tell you because Da Vinci was, as good a painter as he was, he couldn't paint eyebrows. And keep pushing her in that. Is it because he couldn't paint eyebrows? Is that? And she'll tell you that it was his Achilles heel. As great as he was, he could not do eyebrows. And so they had to make a whole rumor and actually get a trend going with women shaving their eyebrows, because the man was great, obviously one of the greatest artists, a Renaissance man, if you will, but couldn't do eyebrows. So that's why they had to. It was either that, she'll tell you it's either that or the fact that that's also a cover story for the fact that she got syphilis from Da Vinci himself, and that's how she lost her eyebrows. That's crazy. You can have conversations with portraits. How accurate are they? Fucking dead on accurate, 100% accurate. The screaming man with the screaming. Why are you screaming? His wife shaved her pubes. Big deal back then. Came home. Oh my God. Crazy. Did the scream, and that's when he was painted right there. And they asked him why. Why are you screaming? Everything seems to be fine. Why it was like, my world is melting. I'm melting. My wife has shaved her pubes. And people say, be strong, it'll grow back. Screaming, losing his mind because he couldn't cope. He could not cope. People didn't shave. And she did it. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you know. Trends shift. What's attractive now may not be attractive tomorrow. What's attractive tomorrow may not be attractive the following day, like the day after tomorrow. What's attractive the day after tomorrow might not necessarily be attractive by the end of the week. And then by the start of the new week, what was like beautiful was before like will be again once. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. But Brazilian butt droops are the new look. So go in there and ask for that dumper to be way low, like a lower. You want your ass to be dragging behind your heels, ladies. That's what men want right now. Droopy asses. Brazilian butt droops. Ask for it. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be a trendsetter. At first, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Then guess what? Everybody's gonna take your picture and say, oh, I want that Brazilian butt droop. Give it to me, droopy daddy. And guess what? There's gonna be a whole industry built around Brazilian butt droops to be able to facilitate the droop, to catch the droop, or also to let it, just let it be as well, to set it free as well. We're gonna need to have like some sort of, ass, some sort of a mechanism, like a bra for asses, an ass bra, an ra, or like, a butt bra, which would still be like a bra, but you know what I mean. Or we're gonna have to like, just let it hang and just get the attention that we need and let people know that it's open for business. The Brazilian butt droops, please do not hesitate. They are flying off the shelf. I myself have gotten mine done, which will be available for reveal next week sometime, but I'm excited, man. I'm telling you right now, these droopy butts that I have gotten they're gonna, I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to be able to see them. I'm fucking great. You're like, show us now. Oh, you gotta wait till it sets in and really droops. You must have heard your dog or your meow, 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 meow. You might have heard your cats and your dogs. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's your goldfish in its little goldfish place of residence. Fish bowl, place of residence, aquarium, whatever. Bloop, bloop, just, sound of air bubbles. What are they saying though, really? Woof, woof. Meow, 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 meow. What are they saying, ladies and gents? What are our pets really saying when they're making noises? I believe I found out what they're saying. They're telling you that they're trans. That's right. Every time your dog barks, every time your cat meows, every time your goldfish bloop, 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 right underwater, what is he or she telling you? That they are trans pets, ladies and gents. I figured it out. The non-stop hearing of that same bark over and over. Meow, 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 meow. Doing figure eights between your legs. What are they trying to say? I'm trans is what they're trying to say. That's right. Every time your dog is barking after you come home, they're excited to see you. Or they're trying to tell you that they're trans, man. Open your eyes, man. You've been with that dog for like 7.5 years. Every time I open the door, he's so excited to see me. Is he though? Or is he trans? Think about it. Get him the surgery that they need right now. Transition your pets into the sex that they want. And you just gotta listen, man. You just gotta listen to nature, all right? Get these pets the trans surgery that they need. Your poodle is actually a female poodle, despite the fact that you he's so excited, run, get the ball. Oh, my poodle's so cute with a little tiny penis, doesn't like it, wants you to chop it off for him. Get him the trans surgery, let it be a female poodle. God, gotta listen to animals. They're just making noises, they're not even saying anything. They don't talk, they're not like us. Or are they way more like us than we are like them? Or like, are they like, they're not like us, but give or take, doesn't matter. Listen is what I'm trying to tell you. You heard these noises before. What are they? Trans. You've heard your husky begging for the transition surgery. When will we open up our eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and say that, you know what, the animal kingdom is far greater than we think, that these animals understand way more than we give them credit to. The beluga whale, underwater, using sound frequency. First thing that we've noticed that there's trans. Give them the surgeries that they're asking for, Liz. Quit being so fucking selfish. Communal fuck machines, of course. You've been thinking about them, I've been thinking about them, and it's time that we built them together. I thought about this for a long time, and I said, what could we use in our city centers? And the clear-cut question had a clear-cut answer. And those are communal fuck machines. Little booths or sheds that you could walk into and maybe pay with your phone or maybe some loose change, chuck it in there. And guess what? You get to walk into a shed that is built for the community and it can give you communal sex on the go. Okay, think of what we did with fast and food. We put them together and we got really what? Speedy food. Think of the same thing, but like merge sex with speed. Speed sex, fast sex. All right? Drive-through sex. All right? These booths are going to be equipped with hired professionals so that you could get a fast fuck in the city center for as low as maybe 10, 15 bucks on the dollar. All right? And you get to have a little bit of fun, pay as you go, dunzo, all right? And we're also using the technology that we got available to us as well. If you are the type that is like kind of on the edge of, you know, do I go robot or do I go human? Guess what? In our communal fuck machines, we've got both. That's twice the option as compared to the alternative, which is just like, you know, half the options, just human or just machines, just the dildo. They'll just toss you a cold dildo when you go to these one of those like no name, you know, gas station fuck machines. They're not even fuck machines. They don't even, it's not even regulated. Just, you know, this take this used flashlight and knock yourself out and it's got jizz all over it. It's ugh or yum, depending on your outlook. Yum or ugh. Again, the limited options, all right? Wouldn't you rather a nice box or shed that you can just walk into for a second without people kind of like, oh, I guess he's that type or she's that type of, you know, no judgment. And all the city centers all across the globe, portable fuck machines, so you can walk inside, have your way with it, with the box. Treat the people and the robots with respect, but have your way with it. Talking about the fuck machines themselves. You're welcome. You are welcome. Yes, there are people that are going to be taking us to the moon and digging holes under the ground, and others doing important tech work with the AIs. But guess what? There's plenty of other important work, and somebody has to pick up the fucking slack. And I said to myself, I'm not going to stand here and just let good work be sidelined by other, you know, flashier work. More, you know, lucrative work. I'm going to do I'm going to get my hands dirty is what I said to myself from the get-go. I said, I'm going to get my hands dirty and I don't care what it takes. I'll just leave you with one last little bit of some that I've developed that I've seen work for myself. And I said, if I have the advantage of using this for myself, well, God, let me just share with everybody so that we can all be flourishing and thriving and having a good time. And that is how to keep your pussy tight is what I asked and I do. And I kept my pussy tight and I've done it for a really long time. And you can too. How to keep your pussy tight, ladies and gents. You could keep your pussy tight the way I do. By first of all, not ever opening it up, ever. My puss, tight. Try to get in there. You wouldn't be able to. It's actually kind of like, it's extremely hard. Kept it real tight. I've never opened it up. I never opened it up. Not you're like, what about urinating? What about pissing? Through hardcore meditation, I have actually diverted my urine and it comes out of my ass so that my pussy does not even open up for just getting rid of bodily fluids. That's right. If you're like, oh, well, I wonder how I can keep my puss tight, but I gotta take a piss. You don't have to. Not out of your vagina, of course. You could redirect it. It comes with a lot. I said, what did I say? Hardcore meditation. None of this like transcendental. None of this like, you know, sitting under a tree, just like softcore, hardcore meditation, hard redirecting bodily fluids. All right, it takes a lot of dedication, but it can be done, and that's how you get that tight puss. And I have one of the tightest. Try to get inside. Try to get inside. I put a pin on it. You gotta. What's the code? What is it? Is it 3562? It's not 3562. It's not, or is it 3562? Or did I just? You know, is it 3652? You only get three tries, and guess what? It gets even tighter, locks up even tighter if you put in 3 wrong tries. So I put like a really high tech lock on it. Put a lock on it. That's what I did. It's worked for me. What I like to use, I practiced getting more elasticity in my puss by just being elastic, just, you know, internally and externally. I make sure I stretch it, and I pull on it, and then I like let it go so it snaps back. That's snap back puss. You want to snap back puss? You got to pull on it first. That's what I do. I sit around for like 30 to 45 minutes every week just pulling, and everybody's like wondering, what am I doing? Is it a waste of time? I don't think so. One of the tightest pussies out there. Why? Because I pull and snap, pull and snap. What else do I do? Of course, you know, chewing gum works great for your mouth. You can build a jawline with chewing gum. And I said, you know what? I want a jawline on my puss. That's why I just take a little piece of gum, put it up my puss, and I chew it with my puss. I stand still with a, you know, with a good stance, like a, you know, shoulder wide stance, just feet apart, shoulder wide. And I stand and I chew the piece of gum, and I blow bubbles too. It's the only time that a little bit of my puss opens up enough for a little bubble to just kind of like pop back in and out of my, and that's how I keep it tight. So I've done these exercises. You too can do them, of course. You're welcome. I just figured that we're in the spirit of giving, and it is Wednesday. We're having a little bit of fun. I hope you take this, all of it, to heart and apply it to your lives. And together, I'm pretty sure we can do anything, one teeny tiny step at a time. Until next time, ladies and gents. Love y'all. Peace out. Get out of here.